friends, welcome back to my digital studio, although we'll move back into the physical studio soon. But I'm going to show you a couple new techniques that I think you might enjoy using digital print and cut stickers. So these stickers that I'm using are from Oakie Studio, which is my sister's print and cut sticker shop on Etsy. I'll put a link below, and she's given a coupon code for you all if you are interested in buying some of her kits as well, and so I will put that information below. But I'm going to show you, and I did get her permission for this, how to edit some of these pages so that you only print out the elements that you want. So her kits come with, it looks like 6 different pages of stuff. I'll just give you a brief look at them here. These are the Silhouette Studio files, so I just opened these. I have not done anything else with them. They come with the cut lines already ready and on here, but they come with 6 different pages of stuff, and so it's a lot of cute stuff, but there's a lot of things that I don't personally use, so I'm going to show you how to edit it down to just what I want, hopefully print off fewer pages, although my sister does say that for the most part there's enough content in these kits to do 2 full weeks. The only one you might want to print out twice is these date headers here, if you wanted to. Other than that, there's plenty of content. So I'm actually going to show you how to, instead of printing it and using it for multiple spreads, how to pare it down to just the one spread. Having said that, I'm going to print this page here with the decorative boxes. I'm going to print this exactly the way it is. I intend to use a large portion of these, but the techniques I'll show you in the future pages are exactly the same. So if you didn't want all of these, but I love decorative boxes, and these are so cute with the fruit and the cupcakes, and I really love it. And this is the last week in August that I'm recording this for, and so it's the last of my birthday month spread, and I've been doing favorite things, and so these are a lot of my favorite things. I'm going to start with this page because I actually know that I don't use a fair amount of this stuff. It's adorable, no knocks, but I just don't use it. So I know I want the date covers, and I want some of these dots and a few of these kind of headers, but a lot of this I'm not going to use. These are way more headers than I need, more dots than I need. These flags are really cute, but I never remember to use them. We're going to start here. I'm using the designer edition of Silhouette Studio, which is a paid upgrade. However, I don't expect to be using anything that is not available in the free version. I only just upgraded, so most of what I know how to do is actually the free version stuff. The only thing that I might end up doing is using this layers tab, which makes things easier to make sure you're clicking on the right thing, and that is an upgrade version, but I don't think so. So we're gonna start. The default here in Silhouette Studio, I guess the other thing to say is I have no idea how one would do this in a Cricut. It's possible that in Design Space there's very similar tools, but I've never used Design Space, and we're getting a little weirder here than sometimes, so I can't speak to that. The default is for your lines to be red, and that's why everything opened up as red lines. So I'm going to switch to blue. Hopefully that'll be something you can see easily, and so that will be the difference here. I'm going to draw a box through all of these. This is probably more circles than I necessarily want, but sometimes it's easier to just go with the flow. So I've drawn this blue line on top. I don't want it to be overlapping with any of the other elements, so you can see, just trying to get it so that there's enough space around. But really you want it to be outside these red lines, which is good. Then I'm going to click on the background here, which is all filled with the like art file. It's all one big art file. And then I'm going to go to this modify panel and hit intersect. That cropped the PDF that was in the background down to just where that blue line was. Now you can see that you can't see the red lines anymore here, but that's actually just because they're behind. So if we send the artwork to the back, there, all of those red lines came back. But I've lost all this other art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of this stuff. I'm going to open a new file. I'm going to put my registration marks on, and I'm going to paste them here, and I'm going to group them so that I can move them around exactly how I want them to be. And you can see that I'm keeping my cut lines, and I'm not going to worry too much right now about getting them perfectly, optimally in my space, but that is a thing I will do later. Okay, now I have two options. I could close this and open it back up fresh, or I can do undo a bunch of times, which is what I'm going to do, just going back to before I cropped out everything. So this is the same as how I just opened it. Now I want just a few of these, so I'm going to take my blue line. There's something weird happening about my screen recorder that's preventing me from being able to scroll this page the way I'm supposed to, left to right, but we're not going to worry about it. So I've done a blue line that covers all of the ones that I'm going to try to keep. Then I'm going to hit Shift and select the background. Then I'm going to go back to Modify and did I do intersect or crop last time? Intersect, I think. And then again, send to back. And now I can select all of these, hit Control C, and paste them here. And then I'm going to hit right click on them and click Group and arrange them here. I'm doing this on a Windows computer. I will assume that you Mac users know how to, from just using Apple instead of Control, I think it usually is. And now I'm going to Control Z a bunch of times to get back to here, and I think I have everything I want from this page. So instead of this whole page printing out, I just have this much. So that's a lot more efficient. And I'm going to go ahead and close this because I have enough pages. Here, I'm going to do a lot of the same things. If you have problems with this technique, one of the things to make sure of is that you need your line, which is defaulting to red, and I want it to be blue. It needs to be on top of the background that you're trying to crop. So if something weird is happening, here, let me show you an example. So I'll take this blue line, and by default, it should be above, but if it's below, we'll do send to back. Well, for one thing, because this layer here is opaque, right? It's a PDF. You can't even see it, so that would be a problem. But if it's below, you'll get something weird when you try to crop. So if you're having problems, start with that. I'm going to do intersect and then select the cropped background, send to back. The easiest way to select both pieces is to drag, copy and paste, make sure that you have the red outline, and then I'm going to hit Control G. You can also do right click and hit group, and now I can move these together. So I'm going to speed this up and I will pause if there's anything I want to show you, but I'm just going to go back and just hit Control Z, or as I said, I could close this and open it up fresh if I changed a lot of things. And I'm going to select all the pieces that I want. So I don't track water, so So I'm going to ignore all of these. And they're, she's tried to optimize them, but they're all over in different parts. So that's one of the perks of being able to crop. So one of the perks of doing this is I can sneak these flags right into this like narrow little spot, which is really nice. And for example, here I only want August and some dates. So this is perfect for that, where I don't have to print them all. Now, if you do a lot of redating, then you might enjoy having lots of extras. I'm going to sneak this behind here. You can see that it overlaps. But if I send it to back, then it's not going to. And I just need my red lines. I need there to be enough room from this red line to that red line and these red lines, which there is. So I do quite a bit of tracking. So she includes 8 habit trackers here, and I'm going to use 6 of them. So I like that she includes this many. Here, okay, I keep doing this and I haven't explained it. Here I've dragged and selected, but these other 2 boxes were too close, and I can tell that I have them selected because there's like a gray box around them. So I can just shift and click on them to remove them, and now I can see that only the ones I want are selected. And then I can copy those, paste them here, control, oops, something weird happened, but I just grouped them. You don't need these to be super close, but the more extra white space you have, you will be cropping that in too, and so that you'll need more space on your other page if you do that. So I don't get too obsessive about not having any like more than I need extra space, but I will be able to fit more stuff in if I don't have it. Now, what if this decor am I gonna want? Now, so I could select it all and keep it all but if I know which ones I'm going to want, then I can go ahead and keep these. Right now, I think I just want this one, and I bet I can, if I don't want a square, I can draw a polygon and do it exactly the same way, where I have this selected and then hit shift and select the background. And if you notice, I've been doing this every time, but I hit intersect and then send to back. And now I unselect this one that I didn't want, copy. So you can see here that like you've collected all the weird random white. So if you don't want that, you can be a little more careful about what you select. I'm going to send this to the back because there is enough room, but if it's in the front, then it's making white spots. All right, I'm gonna want some of these, and these are really big, and I'm almost out of space here. So I'm gonna come back to this page in a minute, but I know I want this sidebar, and I know I want this washi, and I probably want some of these. So we're gonna come back to that, because I only have this one page left. I actually don't think I'm going to use any of these. They're really cute, but I have them on other pages. So I think I have a full page worth of stuff here based on what I know about myself. So, and And because I'm not only printing this, I'm also printing these. Now it would be great if I could sneak this stuff onto these 2 pages somehow, and then only print 2. I haven't talked about these. I kind of want to print these on clear sticker paper. We'll come back to that depending on what I have room for. But it would be kind of nice to print them on clear sticker paper, and I might want to crop them more down. So that's part of why they're just hanging out there. All right, I know I want, is this a milkshake? Whatever it is, I want it. I think I'm going to need to be drawing a polygon here because I'm trying to save as much space as I can. And actually, once you've drawn the polygon, if you want to, you can go to this edit points tool and I can like clean some of this up if I want to. All right, I'm so close. I think I can get this washi tape. It's too wide, but I don't think I need it to be this long. So I'm planning on putting it across boxes, and on the left, boxes are 1.5 by 3, so they're 4.5 long. So I don't actually need all of this. That should be enough. I love this program, except that it's extremely hard to tell which thing you selected. All right, I have the red line, and I'm just gonna have it go until here. This way I have 6. All right, how much do I need for the other side? I need 6 inches for the long side. So that'll be enough. I feel like I can sneak this in here somewhere. Okay. I was trying not to do this, but we're so close that I'm going to. So I cropped these all to be one piece together, but I can gain space if I move this piece closer to that one. So we're going to crop it again. Here's the original file, and we know this works. So let's try this again. Select pretty close here. So of course, if time is more valuable to you than sticker paper, you can easily just print out all the sheets, and that will work just fine. You do not need to do this in order to use print and cut stickers. I just want to make that very clear. They are designed to be easy to use. Oh, could I get another one of these washi strips in here? Is it wide enough? No. All right, we're almost done. All right, I said I wasn't going to mess with this one, and I meant it at the time, but I no longer do, because I want to get this sidebar on here, and I'm not going to use all of this. All right, we have success. I didn't get all of the bits that I wanted from that first page. Let's get another one of these washi strips. Okay, so this fits here, but the silhouette isn't going to like that it extends into the registration mark, so I'm going to crop it. And then I guess I need to move this down. There. But now we have enough room around these registration marks. When I clicked back in here, I noticed that I got rid of my circles, so let's go back and get these. All right, and then there was some stuff here I still wanted, because originally I was going to print this whole thing. How much room do I have? I have a decent chunk here to get some of these. I maybe prefer the ones without the fruit. I think I've got the fruit well covered. I'm going to do these in sets of 2 and hope that I can fit them. We're so close. I think I'm just going to get some of these bottom sweets in little groups of maybe 3. I think that will fit. And then we are done. And so we will have gotten it down to 2 pages plus a tiny bit of clear, if that's still what I end up wanting to do. All right, I'm so close. I'm just gonna duplicate this because it's possible I'll want another one, and it just fits so nicely there. It's too easy to pass up. All right, all my cutting lines are within the red lines for both of my sheets. They're not crowding my registry. Ooh, this one is outside my red line. Just barely make it, but it's going to carve into this. I'm going to ungroup these. Oh, they're not grouped. Okay, I'm going to select the red line, and I know I want this on the short side, which is 4.5. So that should be fine. It's not crowding there. It's not crowding there. Okay, we're good. I think we've got everything we need, except that I don't have all the numbers. I needed 29. That's my bad, but we'll be able to sneak it in somewhere. It'll be fine. There, now we have all 7 days of the week, and we filled in that little spot a little bit. So, I do still want these. I do still want them to be clear. So I'm going to start another one, and I've talked about before that I have a technique for reusing sticker paper that I don't actually want all this candy, so I'm not going to worry about the candy too much, but I do want the fruit. So I'm going to print this on clear sticker paper. There we go. Look how little paper that's using. And I've been meaning to do a video, and I will do it soon, on how to, maybe I will use this as an example for a future video on how to reuse these. So I'm going to go ahead and send these to my printer. I'm just going to load my paper with 2 pages of white sticker paper and 1 of clear, and just print them as usual. And then when I go to send these to my Cameo, I only have the 1 color. If somehow any of your blue lines for cropping have come through, I would go to line and deselect these, but these red are where I want them to be for my pieces. And so I will adjust my cutting settings to the white sticker paper setting that I have set and send these to the printer. Now I will go see you in real life to finish the spread, but we've actually done a lot of the hard work because I've already picked what things I want, so that next part will go quite fast. Katie from the future here. So this video got pretty long because of how much detail I went into. So I've decided to cut this video off here, and that will be mostly the tutorial for the Silhouette Studio. And then the actual plan with me I will upload later this week, so you can see how the final spread turned out. So stay tuned for that. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And let me know if you already like to use print and cut stickers, or if you've never used them before. Be sure to subscribe if you want to catch that next video and to get other inspiration from me. All right, bye friends.